Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back. Um, I I was just live just a few minutes ago, but I was having some technical difficulties with the audio portion of this live stream, so I had to restart the stream. So let's recap it a little bit and then kind of dive in. So obviously we got all the tornado warnings going on. We got the tornado watch. We have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings. We had a tornado area that ripped through Des Moines, or at least a few miles south of Des Moines. And now that storm has moved on to the east. It went past Altoona, and that tornado warning was allowed to expire. Now it's moving through Colfax, Metz. We'll be going through Newton here in a few minutes. We'll be going through Kellogg and Oakland Acres as well. We'll go through Lauren, Ferguson, Newburgh as well. So that tornado warning is in effect until 6:15 p.m. Central Time for southeastern Marshall County in central Iowa and central Jasper County in central Iowa. So at 5:35, 10 minutes ago, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located near Mitchellville, or 8 miles southeast, or 8 miles east of Altoona, moving northeast of 45. So the storm still moving at the same clip, and it is a confirmed tornado by weather spotters. So this is a confirmed tornado warning. Confirmed tornado. Let's look at the velocity quick to see if there's anything still going on. And yes, right there, there's still a lot of strong rotation going on right there in between Colfax and Metz. Right there, the bright greens and the bright yellows, mixing together with you get that tight couplet like that. That's where you get your tornado. That's exactly what's going on right there in that area. So let's go a little bit south now to these other tornado warnings. We have three of them currently. Here's another one down near the Chariton area, Russell area, and Derby. Um, this tornado warning is in effect until 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Um, a, another confirmed tornado moving northeast of 45, moving right over Chariton, and we'll be getting into the Russell area. If you're in Russell, if you're in Zero, if you're in Williamson, please be taking shelter at this point. Obviously, if you're in Chariton, should have already been in your shelter, but please remain in shelter until the storm passes. But let's zoom in a little closer. You can see it, another clear as day rotation signature right there, just south of Chariton, and that's going to continue to move to the northeast. And then the third box right here, it looks very similar to the one just south of it. As we take a look at first the regular reflectivity, and yes, there's a hail core going on. I mean, it's a little bit hard to tell that there's a tornado in this storm, but there it is right there. This one is radar indicated, as shown right here. It doesn't have a pink, so if it has a pink polygon like that, it is a confirmed tornado. If it's just a red polygon here on this graphic, then it's just a radar indicated tornado. Um, but this area, there's three tornado warnings going on right now, and there could be more during the course of the rest of the evening. But this one right here, this has been the number one area of interest and concern, and it continues to be that way. Right over just a little bit southwest of Colfax, right there. That is your area of a suspected tornado, as there is a confirmed tornado that has been on the ground with this for quite some time now. Actually, back towards the Macksburg and Winterset area, that was where that tornado was first confirmed, approximately, and it has been going strong since then. And now it is the next town in line is Colfax. If you're in Colfax, please be taking shelter at this time. Went through Mitchellville a little bit ago, a few minutes ago. So yeah, if you're in any of these communities, please be taking shelter at this time. As this one's really starting to show a very strong, tight couplet right there of really strong rotation at this point. So again, tornado watch continues as well until 8 p.m. It would not shock me at all if there was an extension of this watch to the east to include, Waterloo, Cedar Rapids, Iowa City, maybe even Davenport, Fairfield. Would not shock me at all if a tornado watch was extended for this area. But this one is obviously the main concern right now, right over Metz, moving into the Newton area. If you're in Newton, you don't have much time at all. You have a few minutes. That's about it. Please be in your shelter immediately, as soon as possible. If you're in Kellogg, please take shelter. If you're in Oakland Acres, please be taking shelter. If you're in Newburgh, please start to get into your shelter. Any of these communities just got to be, got to be ready as this tornado is coming through the area. Let's do a storm track real quick. And Metz, it's going through the Metz area right now. Lambs Grove in about 8 minutes or so. Actually, let's do it a little bit different. So right there. So Lambs Grove about 4 minutes. Newton in about 7 minutes. Kellogg in about 16 minutes. Newburgh in about 28 minutes. Gilman in about 30 minutes. And Sheridan in about 40 minutes. Total population around this area, around roughly 16.8 thousand. So that's kind of what we're looking at here with this storm as it continues to progress northeast. This is again the main cell that we've been watching very carefully and just watching very consistently. But also now this one will not shock me at all if there's an extension of that tornado warning back kind of that way. But this right over here, just north of Russell, just south of Williamson, and just east of Chariton, that area right there is your suspected area of rotation of a tornado, as there is a confirmed tornado again on this storm. That one's well pronounced. The thing about this too is they're all kind of individualized. They're not associated in like a big line, like a big wind line. This is it's a individual supercellular line. It's kind of like a line that it's like a dotted line. They're within a line structurally, but individually they are not. They're not connected together in a actual line. It's just you can draw a line from that area. So again, as we back out, let's back out a little bit and show the big picture. There's the three tornado warnings. Again, one over Newton, Iowa, right now. Tornado number 1 right there. Chariton, tornado number 2. Corydon, tornado number 3. Those are the 3 areas that we're watching very carefully to see what else is new. What else might come out of the area? So yeah, again, if you're in Newton, Iowa, please be taking shelter. That is, I would say, is the most dangerous. However, down here, tornado number 2, very, obviously large and extremely dangerous. It's on the ground right now. And then the Corydon, just east of Corydon, another area, suspected area of a tornado. Just west of Newton, another area of a suspected tornado. So those are the areas right there. If you're in any of these communities, and these are going to continue to push off to the northeast, like so. These are going to continue to push off to the east and northeast, and will, a lot of these areas, obviously in the tornado watch, aren't going to get hit by it. But the reason why a tornado watch is issued is it means within that area the conditions are ripe for a tornado. Doesn't mean that there will be a tornado in your town. It just means that within your area, You just got to be alert. You got to be ready in case a tornado does form over in your area. And with some of these communities, it has. I mean, Newton, for example. I mean, look at this. And this rotation has been very strong since the Winterset area. And let's see where that was at, right there. This storm has been going on for that long of time here. Let's do a storm track here, or a measurement here. So right over there, this has been going on. It has been showing consistent, strong rotation now for about 54 miles straight. And it is continuing to just cruise along. And again, the Winterset got hit by a tornado, um, by the same tornado, and then it went through, went through the Norwalk area, then Carlisle, and now it's moving quickly through Newton. And this thing, it's moving fast. It's picking, it's moving at a good clip. Um, so this area is going to be, the area of prime concern right there over Newton right now. If you're in Newton, Iowa, you really got to be in your shelter and just hope for the best. If you don't have a basement, hopefully there's a shelter nearby that you can go into. But Newton is the biggest concern right now, as that area, when you got those changing colors like that, that sharp color contrast, from the bright yellows and the other color, the greens, the bright greens, right in that area, right there. That's where there's probably a tornado. Let's look quickly at a couple of different products. Yeah, still not a whole lot. But yeah, again, this right there. That's the area, and that's the area we've been watching for the last almost an hour now, keeping a track on this storm as it just continues on, and it continues to get stronger, continues its strength. And also, by the way, behind it, Des Moines already got some large hail a little earlier. Now they're getting another swath of large hail. This whole area right here, the big hail core, and it's moving through Des Moines right now. Some more large hail. That's kind of crazy. So down in Missouri, I do want to briefly mention some of these other cells that aren't tornado warned, but has the real potential of developing something down the road. This is the Kansas City radar. So there's obviously a lot of different cells, a lot of cells going on there in Missouri. But as of right now, they're not tornado warned. Do you want to throw this in there? Brand new tornado warnings. So, brand new tornado warning. Okay, the one by Sheraton, just a little bit east of Sheraton, issuing until 6:15, and then it's still on the ground. Large and extremely dangerous tornado moving northeast at 40. So that one, um, this one right here, still going strong. And this one right here, not radar. It's radar indicated. It is not confirmed, but it's it still could be forming a tornado, but it has not been confirmed yet. And right there, just northwest of Promise City, right there, that's the area of a suspected tornado on that storm. This one, again, we'll go back to this one. This is tornado number 2 that's got a confirmed tornado on it right now. Just southeast of Williamson. I think that's where the area would be of concern. And how about this one right here? I did want to throw this in there. Des Moines. till 6:45. Ping pong ball sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds associated with this. So Des Moines is getting obviously that hail swath and probably some wind too, and that's the second storm to move through Des Moines. Um, Obviously not good there. And this one is it's been the one that we've been following for an hour now that has just been the most dangerous storm. And right now it's right over Newton. And you can see that that rotation's still going strong right now. Right over Newton. And there's that hail core. They're kind of all getting. But I will say the hail core right here on this storm is not as strong as it was before. But it is still a strong enough hail core. And I'm not going to lie, this storm over Newton, it looks pretty much the exact same as it was an hour ago. It is still, it just, no weakness whatsoever. It has not shown any signs whatsoever of weakness. In fact, it might even be gaining more strength as we speak from what it even was 20 minutes ago. There it is, right there. That is the area of rotation. Um, just northeast now of the Newton area. And let's go over this again. Go online here. Let's see what's going on with the tornado. The tornadoes in Iowa today. To see kind of what we're dealing with. And again, we've been showing we showed this a little bit earlier. This is the tornado, obviously a large wedge tornado in Iowa. And there's a lot of pictures and videos coming in. There's another one. And this one, obviously another one, big large wedge tornado. So that was a little bit earlier. And this is wind damage from the tornado in Iowa. There's some more damage, significant tornado damage. And right there, that's a power line right there that is down. It just snapped with that wind. And there's some debris on the ground. So yeah, Iowa has been getting hit with a tornado, multiple tornadoes. Here's more damage near Winterset, Iowa, and that's just not good. You see all that damage, and that's just obviously not good. Let's briefly go back. That's the area that we were just looking at, the Winterset area back here. This was a particular town of concern as the tornado ripped through Winterset. I would say that's probably the biggest city or town that has gotten impacted by any event, by any of these tornadoes. Winterset has definitely gotten the worst, I think, of the storms. As it's now, it's moved on. If you're in Winterset, you're past the tornado area now. But unfortunately, now the cleanup begins for that area at this point. So this is that same storm that went through Winterfest. It's the same, or Winterset. This is the same tornado it's still on the ground, still going strong, and there it is. And there is a brand new tornado warning. And it is a confirmed tornado moving northeast at 45. And weather spotters confirming that tornado that's still going on. And there it is. So this thing is still going. And I would suspect there will be an extension to that tornado watch. I mean, there's no way. I don't see how they can't reissue that tornado watch kind of out towards Cedar Rapids and Waterloo and Iowa City and Fairfield, kind of those areas. I see no doubt there will be an extension of that tornado watch at this point. Do want to throw this in again. Again, there's a secondary threat. Not only okay, so you got the tornado threat, yes, but another thing you got there, you got your hail core. There it is, right over Newton, and we'll continue to progress north and east. So right there, over, that's your hail core, and that will continue to move to the east northeast. So just letting you know that there is hail along with this. And here's that area again. It's still going strong north of Kellogg at this point. It has moved past the Newton area. And hopefully Newton didn't get hit too hard or any other area. But, as only time will tell. We'll know. We'll get a better picture for sure, if there was damage in any of these other communities involved. But as of right now, again, there's only 3 tornado warnings going on right now at the present time. So that's tornado number 1 up there. Tornado number 2 down here. Tornado number 3. Although that one's still okay. The bottom one, this one right here, this is the radar indicated one. It is not confirmed. It's not a confirmed tornado, just radar indicated. But it does not take away the fact that this is still dangerous and still could be producing a tornado. And so, these are going to continue for the next few hours. We're talking about an event that could go, till 8, 9, 10 o'clock tonight still, and could go even longer, depending on how everything shapes out. Let's go back to the traditional view, and there you go. So there's your 3 tornado areas. And again, there's supercell number 1, supercell 2 right there, supercell 3 right there. I feel like, the weakest one out of the 3 would probably be this middle cell, as it's having to fight with not only this one up here that's been the most dominant one, but also now fighting with this one that's down here that's starting to gain more strength. So it'll be interesting to see how that shapes up. I do want to briefly look at this. There could be something brewing back here. Just want to mention there is something going on here, kind of right over Mitchellville. And there might just be some very strong winds associated with this line, as you can see right there. There might be some very strong winds there, but also just don't be too surprised. There could be maybe some kind of rotation, maybe starting to go, maybe near Colfax, kind of right in there. But we'll have to watch that, as obviously nothing is, as of right now, there's nothing really going on there. But just keep an eye on it. So this one, it's still got that same shape that it did, over an hour ago, where it's got, you got that hook feature right there, and you got the little ball, kind of right there. That's the area of suspected, radar indicated rotation. But this is a confirmed tornado. Again, some of these, this one has been confirmed for over an hour now, and it's still going strong. And no signs of slowing down anytime soon. There's another tornado report just west of Newton. Tornado on the ground. House reportedly was flattened, and that was just maybe 10 minutes ago, if that. So again, this thing is still on the ground and still producing a tornado, and it is still pretty nasty. This one as well, near the Marysville area, still that is a confirmed tornado as well. And I was talking about that extension of a tornado watch. Well, unfortunately, we have gotten that. There is a brand new tornado watch, and let me bring that, see if it shows up yet. It does not show up yet, but it will. But it includes Cedar Rapids now. It does include these areas now that I was just talking about, and it does go all the way to it goes all the way into Illinois a little bit. So yes, not surprising, as this line of storms is now starting to get past that tornado watch line. Here's the here's the line right here, and it's already starting to get to that point. It's very close to that line now, and east of that, there's a tornado watch somewhere around here, and that is where the new tornado watch um, is pretty much at this point. Um, but again, if I were to pick a tornado, if worst, it would be this one. It continues to show a well-defined hook, well-defined rotation signature north of Kellogg, right there. And it's going to continue to move to the northeast. Confirmed tornado. This tornado warning in effect until 7 p.m. Central Time, moving northeast at 45. And again, still confirmed tornado. So let's go back to this. Let's go through some of these products again. As we for the first time, we're kind of going through all these products together. Although, look at this. Just north of Kellogg right now. So if you're anywhere near Kellogg, Iowa, please be taking shelter right now. That's as strong of a signature as you're going to get. And it continues to strengthen. It continues to show really bad rotation. And it's just not good. If you're in Newburgh, this is going to directly hit you. Again, confirmed tornado on the ground, and it's going to impact your town here very shortly, within the next few minutes, actually. And it's in an environment where these storms are not going to slow down. They're going to keep going for quite a while. And hopefully soon we'll get that updated tornado watch for you, so you can see where that new tornado watch is. And again, it's kind of in this area. It's kind of like that. But we'll get it refreshed here soon. And yeah, when you start getting into kind of a bluish color like that, that is some really strong rotation. And again, Newburgh, Sheridan. Let me do a storm track on this. And for those of you who are just tuning in, we got tornadic activity going on right now in Iowa. We've had ongoing tornadoes on the ground. There's footage of it. You can go on Twitter, look at the different tornadoes that have been going on in Iowa today. But there's been mainly, for the most part now, for the last half hour or so, there have been 3 areas three different cells that have tornadic activity. It would be these right here. Those are it. And again, all in Iowa, all within the tornado watch. And you got to give credit to the Storm Prediction Center today. They nailed all this stuff right on the head with the risk map and the tornado watch. They knew exactly where this was going to be, and they were right on. They nailed it right on the head with this area. So, and this has been the strongest one for quite some time now, and it continues to go strong. Continues to progress east northeast into Newburgh, and again, this is a pretty nasty storm overall, and has been for over an hour. And I do want to mention this one right here. While it's still showing a little bit of rotation, it is definitely starting to weaken, which is good news there out of this one. However, it was, a new one was just issued, a new tornado warning. But I will say it has been downgraded. It was a confirmed tornado, but now it is just a regular radar indicated tornado warning. So that's good news there. Um, hopefully it stays that way. Hopefully it starts to weaken out. Um, but I will say, the one thing I will say, this one down here um, has actually picked up a lot of steam. And it's got a very strong, very tight rotation signature there, just southeast of the Tyrone area. Right in there, that's where you would have your suspected tornado. And again, this one is still radar indicated, but it is starting to really pick up strength. And sure enough, as soon as I say that, there is a new tornado warning now issued. Here it is. It is now in effect until 6:45 p.m. Central Time for central Monroe County in south central Iowa, northwestern Wapello County in southeastern Iowa, south central Mahaska County in south central Iowa. And this again until 6:45. And this is for a tornado and quarter-sized hail. So that's the new tornado warning that's on this cell right there. And that one moving northeast. And again, it is showing. This one's really starting to strengthen. Luckily, right now it seems to be a lot more rural. There's not really any towns at the present time in the short term, but within, let's do a storm track on this, and you can see what I'm talking about. Again, moving at 45. Here you go. Hawking in 8 minutes. Selection in 9 minutes. Albia in 11 minutes. Maxon in 13 minutes. Lockman in 18 minutes. Avery in 18 minutes. Pleasant Corner. Dudley in about 25 minutes. Pleasant Corner in about 25 minutes. But yeah, this one is definitely starting to show a lot of strength, right in there. And again, we'll go over this again. This area with the going away from the radar. And that's going with the radar. When you look at it, that's kind of what you're looking for, and then in between that area, right in there, that's where your suspected tornado would be, right over that area. But yes, tornado warnings. That one just issued, and that one is showing strength. This one's still going on, but again, in my opinion, this one is kind of weakening out. It's kind of, I think, more stable air is it's kind of getting cut off by this one to the south. So it's not really gaining as much strength as it was previously. And I think down here it's just more elevated thunderstorms. I mean, there's still got, a couple supercells here and there. But for the most part, these ones down in Missouri, I don't think, I mean, they could definitely become tornadic, but As of right now, they're looking a little bit more elevated. They're not getting enough spin to create a tornado. So I think the main concern is going to be Iowa here. I think that's going to be the biggest concern, for the next couple of hours. It's going to be these storms right here that continue on. And you know, I'm also a little bit surprised that they haven't cut off the tornado watch, but they will. They will eventually here soon. But it was already cut off. It was you had a tornado watch area over here and over here. You had the tornado watch kind of right in there, and that one was allowed to expire. That portion of it, but it's still going on. So tornado warning. Let's zoom in on this a little bit. This is concerning. This is the most concerning one. And again, all these storms in the path of this. Let's do a storm track for this. And again, moving northeast 45. Tam in about 18 minutes. Haven in about 21 minutes. Helen on 22 minutes. Chelsea in about 27 minutes. So yeah, so just keep an eye on things. Be ready to take shelter because this thing is still. I will say it does look like it's starting to maybe weaken a little bit from its previous form. It looks like it's finally starting to weaken a little bit, but there's still a strong enough rotation signature. It is still confirmed that it's on the ground. As you can see, that purple polygon on your screen there in this radar product, it's still showing. But these ones down here are not confirmed at the time. But let's go back to this one. There's that right there. It's still, it's still showing a strong rotation signature. But I will say it is kind of weakening out a little bit. It's not as strong as it previously was. So there you go. In 1 second. And again, this is the area that we are concerned about. And I will say, we will have to cut it short here. We're gonna step aside here at 6:30. As it looks like they're kind of being stagnant right now. There's not a it seems like this cell right here is weakening a little bit. This one is weakened, and that one hasn't shown enough strength yet, which is great news. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to step aside here in about 7 minutes and kind of collect ourselves and hope that we don't get any more tornadic activity. Um, so we have about 7 minutes here. We're going to go off the air. But here we go. So let's go through this again. These tornado warnings. So tornado warning number 1 up the farther, the most north storm right here expires in 36 minutes. It goes until tornado warning until 7 p.m. Confirmed tornado at 6:02. That was 22 minutes ago. Moving northeast at 45. Also quarter-sized hail along with this storm. And then, so this one for northern Poweshiek County in central Iowa and southeastern Marshall County, and also southern Tama County, and then northeastern Jasper County in Iowa. So if you're if you're in any of those counties that I just mentioned, please be in your safe spot. Please be taking shelter at this point. Um, and then let's go a little bit south here. Let's go just a little bit west of Oskaloosa. And this one right here. And this one is still, it's still showing a little bit of rotation, but it's not as strong as it previously was. Um, that's the area that you're looking at right there. Um, and this one expires in 20 minutes. Goes until 6:45, and this one radar indicated tornado 12 miles southeast of Knoxville, moving northeast at 45. And there also could be a little bit of hail within this, maybe not a whole lot, but it wouldn't surprise me. And this one I think could end up being the alpha of all of them, the most southern cell. This one for central Monroe County in south central Iowa, northwestern Wapello County, and south central Mahaska County. That one as well until 6:45. Tornado also quarter-sized hail along with it. So if you're in this one, near Albia, Iowa, if you're anywhere near this area, please be taking shelter at this point. If anything, there could be something right there. Yeah, right in there. That is a particular area of concern right now. As there's almost a debris ball right there. See that on the radar? I think if anything, there could be a debris, a little bit of a donut hole starting to develop, maybe on radar. But yeah, so this is the area, and let's look at the broader picture. Let's throw in that risk map again one last time. The day one risk, there it is. So it's still these storms are still in the middle of that enhanced risk. So this is going to be going on for a while yet. And also, do want to mention the new tornado watch has been updated. Is now visible on the radar. You can see it. Cedar Rapids, Iowa City. Waterloo is not in the tornado watch, by the way. Just want to throw that in there. Waterloo is not in it. It's obviously a big city in Iowa. But Cedar Rapids, Iowa City, Ottumwa, now all Davenport, Iowa, Fort Madison, Iowa. All of these big towns and cities now in the tornado warning, now in the tornado watch box. So there you have it. That is a look at things right now. Let's take that off quickly. So that's kind of a recap of everything that's going on. We will step aside here, and we're going to head off the air here. But I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in here this evening, watching everything. Continue keeping up with weather updates online. Take a look at your local weather stations, Twitter, any social media site. And thank you all for watching, and stay safe, everyone.